This is Dimitri Lascaris reporting for The Real News from the Greek island of Lesvos in the northern Aegean Sea. During the past several years, Lesvos, which lies about 6 kilometers off of the eastern coast of Turkey, has been on the front line of an unprecedented refugee crisis in the Mediterranean. Devastating wars, grinding poverty, and punishing droughts that have been exacerbated by climate change have caused a massive migration of peoples from countries in the Middle East and Northern Africa to the south of Europe. One of the main routes by which people fleeing these wars and poverty have sought to enter Europe is through Lesvos. Today, as a result of a highly controversial agreement between the EU and Turkey, the flow of refugees into Lesbos has been greatly diminished, but some 4,000 of these persons remain on the island. These refugees are concentrated at a handful of refugee camps, certain of which are closed and which operate effectively as high-security prisons. But one of these camps, which is operated by the municipality of Mytilene, the capital of Lesbos, is an open camp, meaning that residents are free to come and go pretty much as they please. This is the camp of Karatepe. Karatepe houses about 700 refugees. These refugees come principally from Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Almost all of them reach Lesbos by crossing the strait that separates the island from Turkey. They came on leaky and overcrowded boats, often with no or defective life jackets. And therefore, although the strait is narrow, many of these vessels sank before they could reach the shores of Lesvos. Hundreds of migrants, including many children, have drowned in these treacherous crossings. On July 6, 2016, the last day of Ramadan, I visited Karatepe with Sharmini Pires of The Real News. We found a joyous and festive mood in the camp, which was not at all what we expected to see from people who have lost so much in order to eke out a new and precarious life far from their homelands. After speaking to some of the refugees at Karatepe, however, we learned of the dangers to which they were exposed and the suffering that they have endured in order to win a chance at a dignified life. This is Dimitri Lascaris for The Real News. I'm at the Karatepe refugee camp in Lesvos, Greece. And here with me this evening is a young lady by the name of Tatwa of Syrian origin who has come to Greece from Pakistan. Thank you very much for talking to us this evening.
You're welcome.
So why don't you just explain to us how you ended up coming from Pakistan to Greece?
From Pakistan, I went to Turkey. I stayed in Turkey 1 year. Even I was trying in this 1 year to come to Lesvos, to Greece. The smugglers, twice they took our money and they just disappeared.
These were smugglers in Turkey?
Yes, in Turkey. But at the third time, there was a smuggler who is like Syrian, like he was from almost the same village or like this. So he helped us and he just sent us here.
And how much money did the smugglers, the first two times when they didn't bring you across, how much money did they take from you?
The first time it was almost $5,000. And the second time it was like we gave him things like our things that like gold, like things that mobiles, laptop like this. But even again, he just took it and ran away.
And the third time when you actually came across, how much did you have to pay for that crossing?
The third time when I came here, he took almost, it was $2,000 like this.
And you came across in a small boat?
Yes, it was in a small boat. There was around 50 to 55 people in the boat, and we came by sea.
And the boat made it all the way across? It didn't sink at any point?
It was no.
And did you travel with family members? And if so, what family members were in the boat with you?
Yes, my mother was with me and two sisters.
And they all made it here safely? Are they here in the refugee camp with you?
Alhamdulillah, yes.
And so now you've been here for how long?
Now here it's 3 months and a half.
And how have you found the living conditions here at Karatepe?
I appreciate whatever they are doing for us, and really whatever they are doing, it's too much we could find a life. Everything was fine, no problems, alhamdulillah.
Where do you ultimately hope to go?
Wherever that we can find a peace life, that's it.
And why did you leave Pakistan?
For Syrian people, it was problems. Like even they were asking about Syrian people that why are we living there, for what purpose? So we left.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in your new life. Thank you for speaking.
Thank you so much.
I'm here this evening with a gentleman by the name of Hussam, who I understand has come from Iraq. Thank you very much for speaking to us. And so why don't you just take a moment to explain to us how you ended up coming from Iraq to Lesbos?
Why or how?
How?
How? Well, from Iraq, I traveled to north of Iraq, which is Erbil, the name of the city. I took a visa to Turkey, Istanbul, and for Istanbul I stayed for 2 days in the hotel. And then the guy who got us here brought us to some point in Abraham, in the jungle, in the forest, and we stayed until the second day evening. I mean 3 a.m. 3 a.m. So when it's dark, no police in the sea, so we go and no one sees us. So we were in the forest for 2 days, and then we launched to Greece at 3 a.m. and we arrived at the beach of Greece at 6:30 a.m. And there was a helicopter recording us, and a Greece emergency as well. They helped us, and we had 2 pregnant females in the boat, and plus 35 people. And I was the only guy who didn't have a safety suit, and I don't know how to swim as well.
And did you have to pay
I bet.
in order to come across on the boat? Did you have to pay anybody?
The guy who drives the boat doesn't have to pay anything because he drives, but the rest have to pay. For me, I paid $1,000.
And the boat made it safely across. There was no sinking.
It didn't go straight to the point. No, it goes like this, and the motor stopped twice. So in the middle of the sea and at the darkness. So we were just kind of. For me, I was scared because I didn't have safety suit, so I could almost like drown. I don't know how to swim.
So how long have you been in Lesbos now?
I arrived at the beach at 13th or 29th of June. I'm not sure, but it's been like more than 1 week.
And why did you leave Iraq?
Because I wanna. Well, it's many reasons. Not only because we have a miserable life, but Iraq has no future. And you know what happened last 2 days in Iraq. How many people died? Yeah. Just life is not safe there.
And are you yourself a Muslim?
I am Muslim.
And are you Sunni? Are you Shia?
Sunni, yeah, but I don't believe in this stuff. We are all human.
So that it wasn't because of any fear of persecution of the fact that you're Sunni?
It was. You can say it was. I am Sunni. I am threatened by Shia, and I am threatened by ISIS from this side also. So my life is in danger. Yeah.
And so how do you feel about the experience you've had here so far? Yes.
Well, I am enjoying the life here. I am working with this organization called HSA. I am helping them all day long from 10 o'clock until 5 a.m. voluntarily. So I am here new, so I'm just making friends, and I'm translator for them. I translate with people here. I'm just enjoying this life.
So I'm just curious, how do you know English so well?
Well, I am self-taught. I didn't finish school as well, because I told you I didn't even finish high school. I had first grade, and I left it. But when I was 13, I used to talk properly English. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us, and we wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you, sir.
And this is Dimitri Lascaris for The Real News.